Your 8-minute question and answer period will now begin. What is an example of a hurdle you faced because of COVID-19 and how did you overcome it?
One of the major hurdles that we had because of COVID-19 was, I would say, being able to get everyone together to work collaboratively on a project. But we were easily able to overcome that with our team diligently working together and meeting virtually, where we accomplished most of our work.
What accomplishment from the last year are you most proud of?
I am most proud, during the last year, I'm most proud of the people that stepped up to the plate to take over projects. Levi stepped up to the plate with the electrical vehicle 110%. Travis and his amazing team worked really diligently on FLIT. And I'm just impressed overall with the steps that people took to step up to the plate and take on the extra responsibility when everyone was already struggling with COVID.
Again, we're proud of our partners, the people who partnered to deliver some of our projects, despite our inability to meet with them, to have in-person meetings with them. They still responded to some of our contacts, trying to move on with the projects.
What didn't go well this year, and what did you learn from it?
Pardon?
What did not go well this year, and what did you learn from it?
Okay, from the Volkswagen project, the COVID really hindered our progress in delivering this project. Our initial plan was to get this project done by last year, September, but because of it, we couldn't get some of the materials shipped down to the campus, and that really affected our commencement of the project, and it didn't help us. Up to now, we're just starting the main project, which we would have finished off last year. It didn't help us. That's what I'm just saying. Yeah.
I would add to that, the way that we overcame that was just taking a deeper dive into the way that the project is coming together and make sure that we have everything in store for when we do get those parts. And Levi did a great job making sure that all of the details were in line for when we do receive those parts, we can get straight to business.
Why is your team the right group to run this project?
Okay, first I would say we have resourceful individuals in the team. We have passionate team members that are vast in experience, not just in entrepreneurial activities, but also in technological, scientific activities. I, for one, I have this engineering mindset that really wants to do innovative things. Not just me, every other members of the team. So when we come up with a project, we have individuals that has ideas, very vast ideas that can actually put up ideas together and solve a particular problem without us getting help from outside. So whatever idea we come up with, we'll always have individuals, team members that can deal with it and get it done.
Explain what tools your team uses to measure impact.
I know one of the tools that FLIT used was they actually brought their project to HCRS, which is a facility that has many people with intellectual disabilities that live independently or with a group of like 2 or 3 different people in a home. And what they did was they gave them the board game to test out. And that's kind of how they measured the effectiveness of the financial literacy project this far. And they are in the process of actually collaborating with Summer Street Industries as well, which is another business or I guess facility that has people with intellectual disabilities, and they can test that out again as well. So we're really getting to see the major impact among separate groups.
What surprised you most as you worked on your project over the last year?
Well, I would say COVID really pushed us to the wall and got the best out of us. Most of us didn't know what we could do the much we did the past 1 year until we got to that point. And I think the most surprising thing was getting to know that a lot of us had so much to offer that we never knew because we're having in-person activities. And the restrictions we had because of COVID really pushed us to that point of getting people to do, assigning tasks to people to do at home. And we found out that people could actually do a lot of research work on their own, a lot of brain work on their own. And we never saw this positive side of our members until we got into the COVID era.
I would agree with Levi and say that even in the face of COVID-19 and all of the restrictions that stopped us, it really allowed us to see how we could face those dilemmas and overcome them as a team.
Do you have any direct competitors, and what is your unique competitive advantage?
Well, on campus, we have other, our main well, I wouldn't say they're our competitors, but they're also as strong as we are the Student Association. And they have programs, they have projects that are doing, and we too, we do. But what makes an actor stand out is the uniqueness in the kind of projects that we do. We run entrepreneurial projects. We run projects that are deep into research work that really brings out the best out of students. And that makes students queue into our association as the best thing that they need while on campus.
I would say with FLIT, our major competitors would be the other apps that have been designed to build up the financial literacy of folks. But within that, I think that a major struggle is the accessibility to those apps. So when you're targeting a group such as those with intellectual disabilities, a lot of them don't have access to the apps that teach financial literacy. So our game kind of takes a step above those competitors and gives it to them in a form that they can easily access.
Yeah, and quickly, in the electric vehicle project, we also have, of course, we have a lot of electric vehicle companies, and we actually didn't look at them. We know that our competitors, we know that they're bigger than us, but we are not looking at them as our challenge. We just want to get something going, and we have this strong hope that we even get to be better than them because our project is cheaper.
Your time has now expired. Thank you, Enactus Nova Scotia Community College, Pictou campus.